Hello, I'm Renewable Energy Steve. In the month of May, my solar panels produced just over 1.8 megawatt hours of energy. Much of that was exported back to the grid. Overall, my net grid usage was an export of just over 1 megawatt hour. This got me thinking, what can you do with 1 megawatt hour? Let's have some fun by quantifying this using everyday scenarios. Let's start off by defining what 1 megawatt hour actually means. So watts are units of power. 1,000 of these make up a kilowatt. 1,000 kilowatts make up a megawatt. And power multiplied by time equals energy. In this case, 1,000 watts multiplied by 1 hour equals 1 kilowatt hour of energy. So what does 1 megawatt hour cost? Bills are measured in kilowatt hours. Each kilowatt hour cost 27.03 pence, according to Ofgem's current price cap between April and June 2025. So that means that if we multiply that by 1,000, then 1 megawatt hour equals £270.30 worth of energy. So now let's see what we can use that on. Let's start with lighting. A typical LED light bulb to light a room consumes 10 watts of power. If it was continuously on, it would take 11.4 years to consume our 1 megawatt hour. But we didn't always have LED bulbs. They've only become commonplace in the last 10 to 15 years. The equivalent bulb in terms of light generation previously used around 60 watts. There might be some of those still knocking around. Our 1 megawatt hour of energy would be used after 1.9 years with one of those. Being British, let's consider how many cups of tea we could make. The answer is around 9,800. Typical kettles draw nearly 3 kilowatts of power to heat up the water quickly. Remember when boiling the kettle to only put in as much water as you need. This speeds up the process and saves electricity. Moving on to food, a 2-slice toaster consumes around 1,000 watts and takes around 3 minutes to prepare your toast. As such, our 1 megawatt hour would give us around 20,000 slices of toast if we use both sides, or only 10,000 if you were using just the one side and toasting them individually. To me, that sounds like an excuse to just treat yourself to a second slice. Turning our attention away from breakfast and onto dinner, microwaves are an efficient way to heat meals as they directly target the food itself, not the air around it. However, their rated output isn't their power consumption. For example, a 900 watt microwave actually draws closer to 1,400 watts. Despite that, our 1 megawatt hour is good for around 5,300 individual meals. Not bad. Ovens are not seen as the most efficient form of cooking these days, as much of the energy is wasted on the volume of air around the food. While on, they can consume 3 kilowatts, but they do cycle the heating elements on and off to save power. They are responsible for some very tasty dishes too. A typical family roast, not including boiling veg, can be cooked around 333 times. After all that cooking, there are bound to be lots of dishes to wash. Good thing our 1 megawatt hour is good for around 670 full cycles in the dishwasher. They are surprisingly efficient, using targeted jets of water to clean the contents. Remember to fill up the dishwasher for the best efficiency, as they'll use the same amount of power, or close enough, regardless of what's inside. Staying with the theme of washing, let's consider our clothes. A single full load cycle will use around 2 kilowatt hours, meaning our 1 megawatt hour will last 500 cycles. With that, you will have to hang them out on the line to get them dry, however. Sticking with white appliances, what about the fridge freezer? Somewhat counterintuitively, they're actually more efficient when mostly full, as there is more thermal mass retained in your food. Less energy wasted on cooling the air surrounding it. A typical fridge freezer will last around 2.8 years with our 1 megawatt hour. On to entertainment, and a typical living room TV using 250 watts would give us 5.5 months of continuous watch time. Games consoles are designed to use less than a typical gaming PC, at around 350 watts compared to 600 or 700 or so from a PC. Our 1 megawatt hour would give you 4 months of gaming time on a console. However, in reality, you need to combine the usage of the console and the TV, so that brings it down to just 2 months and 10 days or thereabouts. On to travel. An efficient electric vehicle can use as little as 250 watt-hours per mile. That's also known as 4 miles per kilowatt-hour. With these levels of efficiency, our 1 megawatt-hour is good for 4,000 miles, which is 6,400 kilometres. This is the equivalent distance of London to Edinburgh and back 5 times. That's impressive. Even a larger EV can still achieve 3 miles per kilowatt-hour, and thus can achieve 3,000 miles. That's still very respectable. If you have enjoyed this, please press the like button to promote this video to others. Comment and let me know which of these you consider to be the most impressive, most useful, or your favourite. Maybe you have some of your own you wish to add, or are wondering about something in particular and I can find it out. Let me know, I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in more content like this, or my renewable journey, please subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.